Hi, this is Karolyn Smith from the Limitless You. In my previous video, I talked about my journey to lose the weight. I kind of went over looking in the mirror and not recognizing myself any longer, and just have become someone I didn't know. I mean, I was over 70 pounds overweight and had no clue. When I decided to deal with it, I joined a workout program, and I talked about in my previous video, once I joined the workout program, I was able to lose the weight, and also along the way, you lose, some friends and even some family that aren't really supportive in what you're trying to do. And it's not like you're, doing anything to hurt them. It's just you're focusing more on yourself. You're not alienating yourself from anyone. It's just you want to be happy with you. And now that I've lost the weight and I've been able to maintain my goal for a year now, I would say this is probably the hardest part of all of it, is the maintenance stage. This is like a daily struggle for me. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. I mean, so, if you're thinking like, well, I've done it, now that's it. Which a lot of people do. Once they do it, and you've seen people, they've lost weight and they look great, or some people may say they don't look great, but then you'll see them a little later and the weight is back on. And when you wonder, like, well, wonder what happened with them and how did this happen? Did they gain the weight back or whatever? And now that I'm in the maintenance stage myself, I know how easy it is to lose focus, whether it's in your work environment where you have people who like celebrate the birthdays, and they always like to bring in all the good stuff, the cookies, the donuts, all the sweet stuff, and it's very, very hard to say no. I mean, and sometimes when you're saying no, everyone's criticizing you for saying no because you're trying to stay focused. And I just know that is just like one of the hardest things to do, is say no when you see all the good stuff that you would really like to indulge in. Another thing that's hard is you like with your friends, and you guys all hang out and you go out to a restaurant, and you want to kind of like stay focused. Not saying that you don't indulge in other things sometimes, like foods that you probably shouldn't eat. But if you want to maintain your goal, you have to always be conscious of when you're out, making sure that you're with people who are, encouraging, and you're all together and you're all like focused on the same goals. Like in the previous video, I told you about hanging with a group of people who everyone's like on the same page as you. Not saying that you don't have friends that aren't, but the more that you do that are for you, and then that way you guys are all maintaining your goals together. Because a lot of times, everyone's not for you. There's some people that are definitely against you. Another thing that's a struggle, once you're feeling good about yourself, and you've lost the weight, and you may start get involved with relationships, and you have to know that all relationships are not going to work for you, and you may experience some hurt and letdowns. And in that case, there you go again. I mean, you're at that grieving stage where you want to, feed that grief with food. I mean, that's what I said in the previous video. We celebrate with food and we grieve with food. That's just the way our lives are. I don't know if that's the way we've just been programmed as kids or what, but it's just something that happens. And so you have to realize that you cannot lose sight of you. Just constantly look at yourself in the mirror and be happy with who you see. Because before you know it, I mean, this happens all the time. That weight could get right back to where you were before, if not even more, if you're not focused. This is like probably the hardest thing. I'm telling you, it's like a daily struggle. It's like every day I'm thinking about what it is that I'm going to eat. Not saying that is a bad thing. It's definitely a good thing because it's just a healthy lifestyle choice that I've made. But it's a struggle. I mean, to be able to maintain my goal for a year says a lot. I mean, you're going to have a couple of pounds here and there, around the holidays. It's just human nature. But the maintenance stage for me is just a daily struggle. And I know that so many people out there are experience those same things. And, you're not in this alone. There's always someone that's dealing with the same thing. It's just, you've never been in that environment where you're able to talk to them or they didn't reach out to you. But I just wanted to, let people know that it's just a problem. It's just your maintenance in general. So I would encourage you to continue doing what you're doing. And remember, the limitless you, it can be done.